Hello. Today we are talking about what life is like for a 9-year-old in quarantine.
Yes, we are. And I'm the only 9-year-old here. So he's going to be asking me.
Yes, we're consulting our resident expert Abby on what she's been up to when she can't go to school and or interact with people in large groups.
It's so sad. I can't even have my friend Abby over.
That's true. You cannot. But what have you been doing instead of having people over the house?
I have been doing my schoolwork, and then when it's like I have screen time. When I have my screen time, I have to do chores to get screen time. So I do screen time in the morning, then I do my schoolwork, and then when it's lunchtime, my mom lets me, well, my mom and I watch baking shows while we're eating lunch. And then I just have to find something else to do that's not screen time related. But I can choose anything else that I can do.
What are the other things that you like to do when you can't watch a screen?
I like to play with my Barbies
Your Barbies?
and my American Girl dolls. But when my mom is not working, we usually get to play games and stuff together and do everything together. And this week, yeah, we're not. I know we're not able to have friends or people over, but we are because their house has an exterminator coming over, and they don't want their dog to be there, so they're bringing their dog over so that their dogs can play, and her daughter and I can play together.
So what have you been doing for schoolwork?
Um, she gives me these packets. My teacher, Mrs. Collette, if you're out there, thank you for that schoolwork. So she gives me packets with papers like math papers, and I have to read for 20 minutes. But I'm also allowed to go on my mom's laptop, and I have Google Classroom on there, so I do schoolwork on there also.
How's it been using Google Classroom to do your schoolwork?
It's frustrating sometimes, but once you get the hang of it, you're just okay with it. Okay.
And do you get to see your class at all?
Oh, yes. We have Zoom meetings every Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday at 10 a.m. and Thursday at 1 p.m. So,
So you'll have one tomorrow.
yes, at 10 a.m.
We are recording this on a Monday.
And maybe airing out on a different day.
And what do you guys do during your Zoom meetings?
She gives us questions that we have to answer. And we get to say hi to everybody because basically all of us miss each other. And I also have Messenger Kids on my Kindle, so I can talk to my friend Abby and my cousin Elijah and Dante. He's also my friend. And I will be sending this to you on Messenger Kids if I can. So you may want to look for that.
So, what do you think is the hardest part about being forced to stay home?
I can't see my friends, and oh gosh, well, there's no toilet paper. That's one thing for sure.
That's incorrect. We just got toilet paper. It's not in the store. There's not any in the store, but we managed to get some.
And I say too many ums on this. I just said it again.
What do you think is the best part of being forced to stay home, if there is one?
Yeah, there's totally one. I have peace and quiet while I'm trying to do my schoolwork. At school, it's noisy, so noisy.
During your time that we have been forced into our homes, what has been the best thing that you have read?
I read Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire to myself, and right now I'm reading this book called The Princess for a Week, and it's by Betty Wren Wright, and I love that author. She's one of my favorites.
What other books does she write?
She writes like sort of horror stories, but they're not that scary because they're like mysteries. She wrote, I forget what she wrote.
We are Googling Betty Wren Wright to figure out what other books she has written. Despite the fact that she's one of Abby's favorite authors, Abby cannot seem to come up with any of the books that she has authored, which could result...
There's Ghosts Beneath Our Feet that I've read from her, and also, there's another one. One second.
What was Ghosts Beneath Our Feet about without giving any spoilers?
Ghosts Beneath Our Feet is about a girl who moves in with her grandfather, quote fingers.
Thank you for saying quote fingers because this is an audio medium.
And so there's this mine nearby, and she sees supposedly her quote fingers grandfather's son's wife in the mine, and her brother keeps on playing tricks on her, but he ends up saving, again quote fingers, her grandfather's life.
Oh.
At the end of the story.
So what's been the best thing you have watched while you have been at home?
So last night and the night before, my dad and I watched the first Hobbit movie, and that was the best thing I've watched so far.
You like that movie?
Yes.
And now we can't find the second Hobbit movie.
We only have the first and third.
But we will get to it.
Well.
And there was definitely some scary sequences in the Hobbit movie.
Definitely.
The book is fairly lighthearted. I thought the movie was pretty lighthearted at times, too.
Yeah, I cried for part of the movie.
Abby cried over the hedgehog who was sick and needed to be resuscitated.
Yes, because I love hedgehogs.
Abby did not cry over any of the other creatures that may have been killed in the film.
Nah, I don't care about those wargs. Or orcs. Or in fact, those I think they're bobcats. Nah.
Bobcats?
I don't know, whatever those animals were lying dead in the forest.
Oh, the foxes and stuff?
Yeah.
That's kind of mean.
It's kind of mean, but...
All right, what has been the best thing you've listened to?
Do you mean music?
Music-wise.
Oh, man. I liked that I get to listen to Zombies 2 music while I'm dancing in the shower and singing in it. Yes. When I take a shower, I sing and dance into it. And it's really fun.
I think it's interesting you didn't say Trolls was the best thing you've seen.
Oh, yeah, I like Trolls World Tour also.
And that's fun to listen to. There's a lot of good songs in there.
Yeah, I like the dance battle. There's spoilers in this, so...
Yeah. For those of you who haven't seen Trolls World Tour, there may or may not be a dance battle in it, but we won't tell you who wins.
Yeah, we will.
Don't tell them who wins.
We will.
It's not something we're allowed to say here.
I know, I wouldn't tell them.
All right. Based on what you've experienced in quarantine and being forced to stay in the house,
Yes.
if this had to happen again, what would you recommend loading up on or planning for? How would you prepare for this to happen again?
Okay, so I would basically just run to the store with my parents, take all take all the toilet paper and the wipes that we can. Because believe me.
But then we're part of the problem. That was part of the problem, is everyone freaked out and bought toilet paper and way too much toilet paper, more than they could ever possibly use.
True.
And that made it hard on everyone that didn't buy all the toilet paper ahead of time. So you're saying you would do that again?
Well, no. I would take the right amount, like one package.
Okay. So you would just plan ahead and buy maybe an extra package to have.
Yes. And 2 packs of wipes.
And that's it. Your only thing would be toilet paper and wipes. You wouldn't do anything else differently?
I'd just relax on the couch all day.
Oh.
Yes.
That's how you would deal with it. All right. So Abby's final word then would be, if you're stuck in a quarantine situation,
Yes.
just relax on the couch all day and make sure you have enough toilet paper. That's all you've learned from this.
And also make masks.
And make masks. Make masks, buy toilet paper, lay on the couch.
Yes.
All right, that's it. I don't think we have anything else to learn here today. Have a good day. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.